In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to use the leaf stage off your pastures for maximising quantity and quality without going out into the paddock and counting leaves. Hey there, fellow farmers. My name is Ollie and I'm from Pasture-io. I want to share a straightforward piece of information that can help you make grazing decisions in your pasture. It's called the leaf stage. The leaf stage is all about counting the number of leaves that have appeared or emerged and then understanding your round length based on your target leaf stage at grazing. So you've most likely heard of this before, but why is the leaf stage practical? Well, it can give you a snapshot of what's going on in your pasture and help you choose the best speed for your grazing rotations. In other words, you can set your grazing rotation speed based on the leaf appearance rate of your pastures. Of course, this is all else being equal, such as, stocking rates and other demands on the grazing platform, but that is for another video. Today is about the leaf stage, which understanding this will help you graze your pastures at the optimum time for optimizing the quality of pasture by not grazing prematurely or too late, which can lead to varying levels of fiber, protein and energy during the different leaf stages. The next point is for maximizing the quantity of your pasture by not grazing prematurely when the plant has not had enough time to restore energy in the roots, or not grazing too late when decay from canopy closure or the final leaf has fully emerged. So it's simple. You want to graze at the leaf stage that optimizes both pasture quality and quantity. Balancing the quality versus the quantity of the pasture is an ongoing challenge and changes seasonally, depending on the time of year. It can all sound a little complicated, but honestly, we have a tool that counts the leaves for you, and I'll talk about this a little later in the video. First, let's use ryegrass as an example to talk through leaf stage. If you're interested in other species, we'll touch on these later in the video, so just hang tight. How to maximize the quantity of ryegrass pastures with the leaf stage. A ryegrass plant grows 3 full leaves in its life cycle before the first formed leaf starts to decay and a 4th leaf starts to emerge. The goal here is to graze at no more than the 3 leaf stage. Beyond this, wastage off your pasture occurs as the oldest leaf begins to die. The maximum grazing interval is the 3 leaf stage. Grazing consistently before you reach the 2 leaf stage harms the longevity of your plants. Let's chat about the background as to why. During the formation of the first leaf, the plant allocates energy for new leaves down into the root system. During the formation of the second leaf, the plant stores energy in its roots and replenishes its water-soluble carbohydrate reserves. These reserves are used as an energy source for regrowth after grazing when there are no leaves to photosynthesize energy. Grazing consistently before the second leaf will diminish the life of your plants to restore energy in the root system for future growth. Therefore, the minimum grazing interval for a productive pasture is at the 2 leaf stage. That's the minimum. The next question is on optimizing your pasture quality. How to maximize the quality of ryegrass pastures with the leaf stage. Grazing intervals less than, say, the 2 leaf stage can lead to high protein and low NDF levels. This feed quality sounds like feeding gold, right? It's like rocket fuel. The issue is that there is a trade-off between quantity and quality. You can't have both at the maximum. So as your plant matures and grows more leaves, the protein and energy density reduces and NDF increases. There are times of the year when you can adjust your target leaf stage at grazing to balance the quality and the quantity, and this is where things get really interesting. So let's start to explore that. What are the recommended leaf stage targets at varying times of the year? First, I'll talk about my management strategies on my own family farm, and we'll pitch this mainly at growing a ryegrass-based sward. Let's start during spring. In the spring and early summer, depending on climatic conditions or if you have irrigation, targeting a leaf stage closer to 2 leaves than 3 is ideal. Grazing at the minimum grazing interval allows you to optimize quality for the quantity of pasture growth. Also, it helps keep pastures in a cleaner state as they turn reproductive, which is when quality goes out the window. In summer, under irrigation, when pastures have turned the corner and are now vegetative, you could set your grazing intervals around the 2 to 2.5 leaf stage. Without irrigation, you'd target the 3 leaf stage to give the plant optimum care and maximize quantity given that the quality will not be much of an issue given the lack of biomass with the shorter growth. In autumn, you are best to start extending the grazing interval as growth rates drop and days to leaf appearance increases substantially. I would set the minimum grazing interval at, say, 2.5 leaves with targets set on the 3 leaves at grazing as the round extends during autumn. Then for the last season of winter, set your sights on a grazing interval at the 3 leaf stage. During winter, your pasture quality at 3 leaves is fine for quality, and aiming for quantity is more concerned to ensure that your farm is ready for the growing season ahead. So what about other pasture species that aren't ryegrass? If we graze ryegrass between the 2.5 to 3 leaf stage, then we can look at grazing phalaris and coxwood at the 4 to 5 leaf stage, kikuyu at the 4.5 leaf stage, prairie or brome at the 4 leaf stage, and also keep in mind to graze annual ryegrass at a similar pace to perennial. With annual ryegrass, you can push the quantity further without damaging the quality too much. How do I measure the pasture leaf stage without stepping into the paddock? I know, right? You've got enough on your plate then to be walking around plucking tillers and being down on your knees and counting leaves. One way around this is our decision support tool, Pasture-io, which has a leaf emergence model where each day the app automatically tracks your pasture leaf emergence across your farm. The tool also shows the trend over the last 3 weeks and compares it against the forecasted 2 weeks. Also, this works on a rolling 14-day forecast, similar to the pasture growth rate and cover model. So you can see changes before your eye can see. You can do all of this without any hardware or stepping into a paddock. The Pasture.io application displays the leaf appearance for the last 7 days versus the next 7 days. This information shows the number of days to grow to 1 leaf, 2 leaves and 3 leaves. This information is found on your farm dashboard to determine your grazing rounds, area allocation and your other pasture and grazing management strategies. If you found this a helpful video, please give it a thumbs up, tap on the subscribe button and hit the alert notification so you can make sure you don't miss out on any other valuable videos. For more information, check the video description and leave a comment. Until we meet again, happy farming.